they can think of.
Uh-huh.
And Scheider is in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
He's playing the police from space, right? That's what they call him.
The intergalactic police.
The intergalactic police. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. We are now at the picks and bans, guys. The first ban for Omega is, of course, that's obvious, the Diggy.
They do not want to deal with it. And they got a taste of that from Aura.
From Aura.
Last week. So
I don't like it.
they don't like it. They just ban it out. And there are times when you learn from experience.
Yeah.
And
Just
they
ban it.
They knew firsthand what this certain hero can do.
Uh-huh.
And right now, they're just gonna ban it.
They lost that fight. We all thought that they got it. Again, Omega is a victim of the draft defeat. Every time they play, right? Every time that we all thought that they will take the series, there's a certain pick always in their games, in their past few games, that they will explode in the draft, right? Like
they will have problems.
Yeah, and I think it's time to break the curse. For Team Omega, they learned a lot. They said, hey, like what you said, let's ban it out. Come on, let's just do it, and let's get all of our favorite heroes. Meanwhile, for the side of BSB, Selena and Uranus is their priority. I think there's a trend right now of Uranus being your first ban in the first 3 bans.
I mean, it didn't really change, you know?
Yeah.
It didn't really change. Like Uranus getting nerfed left and right, but still, the hero is there to stay. The hero idea is just way too strong at this point. And for BSB, they ban out the Chango. They do not want to deal with that. Omega, BSB is expecting them to ban out the Farsa.
Yeah.
Just because they took out the Selena and the Chango. And those are 2 main answers for a Farsa. Kagura is there, but is Omega prioritizing the Kagura? That is the question that we have to know, or we have to answer a bit later in the draft.
I like what you've said about the supports, Butters, because our support matchup right now is a classic Scheider versus Hayes. It's like MPL Season 1. Well, of course, Hayes won a lot.
And
right?
they ban out the Farsa.
And there you
They
go.
do
That
not
is the
want
Farsa.
to give that out.
Yeah.
But there is a Khaled
Khaled.
available. There is a Thumbs available here for the side of Omega.
This is a Cho.
I think it's a Thumbs and a Cho.
A chance. Because Omega really wants to flex that Cho every time. They always go for the red side, and then they will priority the Cho. They will prioritize the Cho, I mean. So, a Tams maybe to deal with the Khalid, or probably a Balmond.
Well,
Balmond
they
Cho?
could pick up the Balmond a bit later. I just feel like, in terms of priority, you wouldn't really put Balmond for the first 2 picks. But Thumbs
There you
and the
go,
Cho.
Thumbs, yeah.
I think it's a Cho.
It's a Cho. Or is BSB expecting this?
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Hilda. Okay.
Okay. So what do you like to say?
I actually overlooked the Hilda there a bit. But for BSB right now, they are expecting Omega to go for the aggressive. BSB here, they realize that, hey, Omega didn't go for the Cho. Let's get it. We don't really care about the Hilda. We can play around with that. And for BSB, this could be
a support.
This
or
could
a
be
carry.
a support or a carry.
Yeah.
I think a tank would be good as well. Like right now, Kufra is available. Atlas is available.
Yeah. I think this is good for BSB because they can also flex this Cho. Because Ana can play it, and Cap 1 can also.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Play it.
So if this is going to be their tank, then that only means that they have to choose. Okay.
Oh.
So that means this is
a
going
support.
to be this is probably a tank Cho
Yeah.
or a support X-Borg.
Oh.
There is that possibility.
That
There is
is-
that possibility.
That's nice actually for BSB because Omega is gonna get confused right now on what to pick, especially because the X-Borg and the Cho, they play different ways, right? The X-Borg, you just want to poke you. Meanwhile, the Cho, he fakes his initiation. So this time, Omega, they need to play with the supports. There you go. There you go.
The Valor.
I like it.
Well, it's a good pick just because right now BSB cannot pick a Hylos. If you look at it, Heath and Curtsy, if they ever are going to play these heroes, they are going to have a hard time dealing with Hylos. But with the Valor there,
Yeah.
that's not going to be a problem because that is going to be the arch enemy
Um,
of the Hylos. And that wall, that certain wall,
Yeah.
even that Centaur cannot jump over that wall.
Yeah, it's a firewall. It's a flame wall, man. And the Searing Torrent is the best counter for the Cho as well. Even actually, if you also have the flame shot, you're okay, you're fine. So, Team Omega answering to this Cho pick. Meanwhile, we're waiting for the carries of both of the teams. BSB respecting a GZ on the Yishun Shin. Meanwhile, this is an interesting Kagura ban for Omega.
Well, Valor is one of those heroes that you really have to be mindful when you throw that push, when you throw those skills. Because the thing about it is, Kagura doesn't. If Kagura gets her items fast,
Yeah.
he doesn't need the stuns anyway to take down a Valir.
Yeah.
One combo could just take out the Valir, and that's it.
Easy catch
Easy catch.
for the Kagura. So right now, Omega taking their time. They banned out the Lunox. They know that it's going to be a support hero for BSB. They are respecting
You know what?
Shider right now.
You know what? They could have just banned out the Lilia.
the Lilia.
I feel that Lilia is more annoying for the side of Omega
Rather than
because of the Hilda,
Lunox.
because of the Hilda and the Thams. When you think about the Lunox, yes, Lunox is a good hero against these tanks that they have, the
Yeah.
semi-tank and off-tanks that they have.
Yeah.
But you know what? Just having that ability to stop you from being aggressive into the early game, Omega,
Yeah.
they do not want that. So Lilia, as long as there are placements there of the balls, you cannot go there unscathed.
You know what? I see what you're saying because the Lilia is good against slow heroes and melees,
Yeah,
right? So
but it could be we could be wrong.
yeah,
You know?
we could be wrong. We shall see because you also need a setup for the side of BSB here. You also need that setup hero, but
Are they gonna go for a Lilia? That is my question. If they go for a Lilia, man, oh man, but they don't really
They need
have.
a carry.
They need a carry. So
Lancelot.
they need a carry. So that Alice is there. Okay, so I just think right now it's out of the question. But a Lilia could have been great. I mean, BSB runs it.
I think this is going to be a Lancelot. You know what? You know what? We've been talking about the X-Borg as a support, the Cho as a support, but the Khalid can also play a support,
Oh, they're gonna go for a link.
right? The Khalid can also be a support.
Yeah.
Because Execration did that, and I think some of the teams in ranked games are doing it. The Khalid support and the Cho support in combination with the Ling. So they've chosen the Ling. The only remaining carry right now. I'm
It's a
sorry.
Lance.
There's a Roger actually
Yeah.
for Omega now. So we're waiting for the support for Omega.
And it's going to be
Oh,
a side
it's a
lane,
side lane.
Ruby. Okay. One of the things that you really want the Ruby to do is to just push back Ana if ever Ana goes in
Yeah.
with the flowing blood. And I just think that Khalid is a bit countered as well in terms of the sustain game. But the thing about Ruby is, as long as Ruby cannot move in any way, he gets CC'd. There is a big emphasis on, let's say, Wilson just getting that choke kick on that Ruby. That could be the end of the Ruby right then and there. But yeah, I really like the draft from these two teams, and the Alice just makes a lot of sense for me.
You know what? I think that BSB won that draft because it's a support Khalid, a side lane X-Borg, a Cho support, and an Alice side lane. Dude, I think Omega got trapped again on their last pick.
Now, to be honest, the way I'm seeing it, Wilson is actually going to be a side lane show. This is the first time I'm seeing it.
Another child lane show, right?
Yeah.
So-
But you know what? Cap 1 here on that
Oh, there you
export.
go. There you go.
A Shider support
Yeah, it's a
Khalid.
Khalid.
Okay. This is an interesting setup. You know what? This is very interesting
Yeah,
for
that's
me.
why I said that I think BSB won the draft because Omega, they got trapped because they thought that this Khalid could probably an off lane.
Yeah,
Right?
that is one of the things that you really have to look at. And look
This
at this. Look at the converge here for the side of Omega. They just go to the middle lane and they go straight for that buff. They know that in terms of being tanky right now,
Yep.
Heat has the upper hand. A Hilda is a Hilda.
Hilda can just stomp you with the shields, with the bushes inside the game. And now BSB still protecting their main carry, Drix. But Omega delaying this purple take. And that's going to be a huge problem because Curl TZ is also lurking inside the orange buff. There you go. Hajizi now securing the purple. As Shider will just go over the Desert Tornado to poke in some damage. But he went too deep. Omega getting the first blood.
Pays the price and he goes down. That is going to be your first blood. BSB here, they are gonna lose this violet buff, if this purple buff rather, if they do not take care of that placement that they're having. BSB Drix has no buff at all right now,
Yeah.
just because they Omega's not letting him get it easily.
Yeah, because again, because the Hilda is a huge dilemma to have because you can't really easily kill him. But I think they can because BSB has good level 1 and level 2s. You have a Desert Tornado on level 1. Cap 1 can go for the flamethrower. But then, yeah, this is a Hilda.
There's still a Hilda.
And they don't want to risk it. They don't want to risk the contest. That is the problem right now for BSB.
Master of Invasion, he doesn't not care whatever Haji going for that buff. They know that they have the retribution. They're not gonna lose that. If ever Ling goes in, there's a huge chance that he gets pushed out of the wall and he gets slowed, and that's going to be the end of him.
And now the Ling is delayed. Omega knows this. Still, Tempest of Blades coming in from Drix, but where is the damage? Omega now controlling the first few parts of the game, setting up for the turtle take. Kurt TZ and company, there you go. Hajizi, just rotating. And Butters, I like what you've said. This Hilda is the make or break hero right now for the side of Omega.
It's really a good aggressive hero. If you do not want to lose your purple buff, you just ban the Hilda out. There's a lot of emphasis for Hilda teams that use Hilda that really give emphasis on picking the Hilda to just bully the other setup here from the other team, because as you've seen earlier, Heat just goes in the area and everyone from BSB just backs off.
Yeah, and man, Omega is proving us wrong. Because the problem with the Hilda is that at level 1, doesn't even need to get points of the skill. He doesn't even need to, like, do something. What it needs to do is just go inside the bush and it's okay.
Yep.
Right?
I'm actually still a bit of disappointed why they did not pick the Lilia. Because right now, if Heat goes in, they can just easily punish the Heath. As long as there are stacks on the balls, Heath, there's going to be the certain opening. And as long as Haji is here in the area, they are going to go for the dives. And that is one of the strengths of a Roger. Just the cleanup is just way too strong.
The combo of the Roger and the Ruby with the push that Omega made. Now, Drix is having a hard time on getting carries. You know what? I like your argument with the Lilia, but I think BSB they want these sustain heroes just like this, because the Hilda will actually take down the X-Borg. Where is the sustain? No more sustain coming in from the side of BSB.
It really looked right on their side, and look at Heat here just hitting Shider, and look at that, he goes in. Does it really work on their side?
Yeah.
BSB here, they're just falling to the pressure that Omega is bringing them. BSB, they cannot find a way to get their own buff. Another buff going to the hands of Omega. And there's going to be a story of stealing for the side of Omega. Because right now, if BSB cannot find a way to secure that purple for Drix, they don't have the potential to fight.
Yes, because you want the purple for the maximum uptime of the Ling. And man, I think the elephant in the room is this Hilda. Look at the Gillette instant replay. Another team fight on that purple pit. Butters, that is a good setup for the Raging Sandstorm. But with the levels that Omega has, the damage of BSB just lacks.
Yeah.
Right?
But BSB, they are having trouble. They're just having trouble with the idea of Haji just clearing up people. I mean, Heath is a problem in itself. But right now, Haji, if they go in Heath and they go strong on Heath, they use a lot of skills to take down the Hilda. That means Haji will be clear to go and take them down.
Yes. And Heat's responsibility right now is to just bait out huge kills, let them spend all of the skills, let them spend all of the money on him, and then just let Haji do all the work, do all of the sweep, do all of the police work for the damage. And Omega right now, confident enough with this lineup. I thought that the Ruby is not a good pick, but again, Omega proving me wrong.
There is a lot of things happening here. Scheider not having the best debut of MPL Season 6.
Yes.
They are put in a very bad spot, uncomfortable spot, if I say so myself. But you know what? Drix and the others, they are just fighting for this purple buff right now. And Scheider really just going down, even forced to use the ultimate to escape.
Wow.
That is bad for the side of BSB.
That is the worst thing that you could do to if you are an initiating hero. Cap 1 also flickering out. Scheider falling low. The bursting fireballs connecting. Omega, they now know that they have the lead. Plus, this is another bonus turtle for their side. 7 minutes into the game. 7K gold lead. Omega just showing BSB how good they are, how good of a Goliath this team is.
And I think this is Haji with his best performance here.
Yes.
The MPL, he's just showing us, he's just proving us wrong, and he has the turtle. And this is going to be another big problem for the side of BSB, an extra set of protection for Omega, as if they could not, they could take down the Roger without that buff right now. He's harder to take down, and that's going to be a lot of things going on for the side of BSB.
This is the Haji we know. This is the Killer Instinct Haji. And Toshi just playing tricks with Wilson. Wilson coming in with the kick. Nice pass onto the ultimate of the X-Borg, but Toshi, is he tanky though? No, he's not. BSB getting a crucial pick off in the top lane. Can that do anything, Butters?
Well, they save time. At least. They save time. They do not give out another easy kill. If they were wiped out there, or the 3 people were down at that side, at that moment in time, the top 3rd turret here for the side of BSB would have gone down.
Yes, yes. So that is crucial. I think Toshi, he just went overboard and he just went too deep, undermining the damage of the Cho. Remember that the Cho has this only fast passive. So still, you will get scared because of the physical damage. Then again, the plan of Omega is just to don't give the purple buff, because right now, this is the 5th purple buff of the game. And Heat is just guarding it.
He knows that there is no priority for this other team to take him down. And look at Wilson even knocking up that Hilda. But you know what? Another buff going to the side of Omega. So that is the 5th buff of the game for both sides, right?
Yes.
Then that means that's 10 buffs going to Roger.
Wow. 10 purple buffs to Roger.
Oh my goodness.
Maximum cooldown from JZ.
Maximum uptime.
Maximum uptime, yes. There you go. Wilson trying to get another pick up here. Nice kick. Raging Sandstorm coming in with a combo. But Toshi will survive with the spell bump. And JZ came to play. The outplay from the Wolf. Hajizi, the Killer Instinct, is back Triple kill, Butters.
And Haji here, they are not done. They want to do this. They shut down Drix. They do everything. They do their homework.
Yes.
And they are showing BSB that, hello, we are Omega. And we are one of the best teams in the MPL. And if you would look at that instant replay brought to you by Gillette, hashtag Shave the Day, that setup was good. But the thing is, the proactiveness.
Wow.
The thing about Omega is they know where to be at the right time. So they convert that negative thing that happened to them into something positive.
And they got their combo. That pull from the Ruby plus the bursting fireball stun followed up with the Wolf Pounce. I like it. The creativity from the Sleeping Giants, Team Omega. And now, BSB, they're guarding the purple, but I think it's too late. You should have been doing that earlier.
Yeah.
This is his spot. This is his spot right now.
They do not have the magic damage. They do not have the tankiness for the side of BSB. This could have worked earlier, but you know what? Hilda is Hilda. And I just feel for if BSB loses this game, they should just ban out the Hilda next time.
Yes. Only one kill for BSB in this game. The Lord is marching towards the top lane. And Toshi showing a little bit of acrobatics here in the bottom side. Chasing up Wilson. Wilson, can he survive? Yes.
Yes,
he will get
can.
away. As the Lord is gonna go for the tower. Ultimate coming in from Ana. But the tower remains. GZ will go for that human form. And now Omega, they are going for the mid tower. Flamethrower coming in from Cap 1. Wolf Pounce. GZ taking in, putting in a lot of damage, wrecking havoc from this Wolf. 5 heroes going down.
And that is it.
Wipeout. That is it. It is a stomp. Omega showing who's boss.
And that is going to be a dominating performance coming from